Hello and welcome everyone to today's News Tonight, the weeknight news show where we're joined by special guests, our lovely patrons, and our awesome YouTube audience to discuss the day's gaming news. I'm your host, Derek Bittner, and today I'm joined by my good friend and GVG co-founder, Ash Paulson. No guest today because they just couldn't handle the chaos.
Oh, the chaos. There's too much hype.
As
soon as I started watching the trailer earlier, some sirens started playing, as is wont to happen in LA. But I think the hype police they can't handle all the hype in this trailer.
It's impossible. It is impossible. Oh my God. It is it is something else. But yeah, just Ash and I today. Well, fittingly enough, it was kind of chaotic today, so we just didn't have a chance to get a guest. Yeah. And both Brandon and Daniel are indisposed, which happens, but we have no life.
Yeah, exactly. No, Brandon and Daniel are both busy with their day jobs, and they wanted to be here, but yeah, and Steve, of course, he has his kids right now, so you got us, you got me and Derek, and we're here to talk about some cool stuff. It's kind of a slow news day anyway, so
it's gonna be more low key. Let's have some fun with it, type of thing. You know, all that good stuff. Before anything else, though, I do have to put a thank you out to the community because over the weekend, Amy and I put on Twitter that we were having some pretty significant financial difficulties, mainly because our AC unit decided to break, which controls the heat as well.
Yeah.
Because, it was like, we had it checked out. They're like, okay, it's on its last legs. The snowstorm hit. It died. Like, that was just enough to kick it off.
No.
We just had it came out for a tune-up to take a look, but it was dead. So our neighbor happens to be an AC guy. So we talked to him and he got us a very kind, 25% discount, but that's still $8,000 to get it replaced.
That is ridiculous.
Yes.
My parents' AC broke last year twice. It broke two times right after another. And both repairs were like $7,000 individually. And I'm like, this is why my wife and I are in an apartment. We don't have to worry about that shit. But at the same time, of course, it's nice to have a house, with a ton of space. And so,
I mean, we need a house because we have 4 kids in this place. So that it kind of gets sucked up. Yeah. The space gets sucked up really easily. But I'm just saying with the way, the house we got, they said on the thing, updated appliances. That is BS. We've replaced the dishwasher. We've replaced the microwave. We've replaced the oven. We've replaced just about every appliance in there except the refrigerator. And that's probably due within the next 2 years too. Just the way it's going.
Right.
And it's because of all of those and just everything else, just nickel and diming us, it was gonna wreck us. Our savings would be gone. So the fact that so many people helped, donated, contributed, it just helps immensely. Thank you so much for getting that extra bit of love for me and Amy and my family. It just helps out. Home insurance does not help, Mr. L. We had homeowners insurance and used it for something else that needed fixed. But we're out of the first year. And of course, with that, the rate goes up and all of a sudden it's not worth having anymore. It's just too much.
Yeah.
So for everybody that contributed to the Ko-fi that Amy put up on her Twitter, thank you so much. It has meant the world to us.
All.
Amy streamed and she was basically bawling for most of the stream on Saturday just because of all the outpouring of love and support. And I'm just so grateful for that. So yes, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for that financial help we desperately needed. And it's cafe. I've always read it.
Cafe, okay.
Cafe. I've always looked like coffee. Like buy yourself a coffee. Then they have a coffee thing set up.
Speaking of,
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Ash is always down for a coffee.
I am all me. Like I feel like me and some call me Johnny are like the most coffee consuming content creators out there. Of course, I mean, Johnny's way bigger than we are, but I feel like us two are known for like coffee.
I feel like you need a coffee mug of you enjoying a coffee mug of you enjoying a coffee mug. Just have like one of those loops.
Coffeeception. Panda Otter, the Forgotten Land in our patron chat says coffee is so gross. Derek, I think you agree with them though, right?
I mean, for the most part,
you guys aren't coffee fans.
What was that coffee thing we'd have in San Francisco? That was okay, and I have like a gingerbread version of coffee that was pretty decent.
Oh, it was Phil. Did we go to Phil's Coffee?
Phil's,
I think so.
That's it.
Phil's is the best. Oh, it's so good.
That was actually pretty good.
So good. But yeah, I could drink coffee all day, every day. I do actually, kind of anyway.
Yeah, you really do.
Oh no, Becca agrees with you. Coffee is gross. I'm sorry, Ash. It's okay. It's not for everybody. You know,
yeah.
Only I have the refined tastes to enjoy something. No, I'm kidding. Of course, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm just glad you got the support. You and Amy obviously deserve it. You're both wonderful people. I wouldn't have started a channel with you if you weren't. So I'm just glad that you got the support that you need, and we do have the most amazing community. So thank you all on Derek's behalf too. I want to thank everyone as well for supporting them in their hour of need. Thank you all very much.
It really does mean a lot. Just everybody, even like retweeting everything else. It was just incredible. We were blown away. We were so ready to like for people to be like, pick yourself by your own bootstraps. It ever happens to everybody. Suck it up, that type of response. But no,
right.
Everybody was super kind. It's crazy.
I mean, everybody needs help at some point, right? And it's tough out there, man. It's just a tough world out there.
It is
in general, and no, everybody needs help sometimes.
Yeah. And to I guess continue that love, today's episode, as always, is sponsored by the Game Orb. And the Game Orb is a YouTube channel that brings commentary and gameplay footage from the Nintendo Switch and Xbox Series X gaming systems. While games like Sonic Colors Ultimate and Splatoon 2 can be seen on the channel, the Game Orb will have a new Mario Party Superstars video every weekday this month, which will include a match with Ash, Steve, and a friend of his. All 5 boards being 30 turns each, and a ranking of all the mini-games and groups of which they originated from. So be sure to subscribe to the Game Orb at the link in the description, and check out their friend, the Galactic Reaper, as well. Thank you so much to them for just their continued support. Things got knocked out for how I did things because I opened up a new tab. How dare I? This is probably going to be a bit of a mess, but there were 413 subs. That is awesome. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. And I just pinned links to both their channels in our YouTube chat, as always. So if you haven't gone over and subscribed to them, please do, because they have Eddie as the Game Orb has shown us so much love since our launch, more than a year ago now. So please show them some of that same love back if you like what we do here.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. So with that said, let's go ahead. Well, I would say let's get to the news, but there's one bit of, we do have one super chat that we'll read real quick before that. Jacob Tucker with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, beat Bug Fables last night. Great game. Going to try an N64 game on Switch Online before Pokemon Legends Arceus. Hope y'all are doing well. GVG crew. Well, yeah, we're doing quite well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. At this point, I'm just going to start saying Arceus, just so I cover everything. The Arceus folks, the Arceus folks. I'm just going to say Arceus now, because that way it covers everyone. But no, I really want to play Bug Fables. Thank you for the super chat, and I've heard nothing but great things about Bug Fables. That's definitely on my list.
Yeah, I picked it up for relatively cheap because I'm going to be streaming it eventually. It's also going to be a ways out because it's on my long Sunday streams, but eventually I will get to Bug Fables. I'm excited for it because everybody considers it like the actual Paper Mario Thousand Year Door sequel, just matching that
exactly
idea.
So if we can't get an actual Thousand Year Door style sequel for the Paper Mario series, hey, I love Origami King, but it's still not quite that JRPG style that fans are looking for, right? And if we can't get it from Paper Mario, let's get it from an indie game.
Yeah,
so
sounds
hell
good.
Yeah.
And then Oscar Navarro with a $2 super chat says, 4 days until Legends Arceus. Let's go. Yeah. I pre-ordered mine today, and I was surprised to see GameStop's actually having a midnight release, so taking advantage of that.
I'm really looking forward to checking it out. I don't know if I'll be able to play it right away, but maybe we'll see. But I'm still working on finishing stuff like Psychonauts, which I know is an older game, of course, but I really want to finish it so I can move on to Psychonauts 2. But I'm definitely really, like I said before on previous episodes, this is the most excited I've been for a new Pokemon game in years. probably ever since X and Y, to be honest. So I'm really happy to be getting something different finally from the Pokemon series.
Yeah, all good. Yeah. So let's actually get to that news. And first up, we have some interesting vulnerabilities found within an old game that's kind of wild in how that works. So let's go ahead and bring that up. So somehow in Dark Souls PC, the PvP mode, they've been pulled this past weekend due to a found vulnerability. And basically the exploit, I hate how that does that. Basically the exploit allows other people to take control of your PC.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
And like, this is, that's terrifying to me. Like, what? And I know it's a bit reductive to say this, but if you just want a quick answer on why I'm a console gamer, here you go. Here's why. Stuff like this. I know that's too reductive. This doesn't happen anywhere close to every game, but that's just terrifying, man. That this could happen just from playing PvP in one of these games. I actually, over the weekend, I saw it was Dark Souls 3. So I initially thought it was only Dark Souls 3, but it's all of them.
I think to be safe, they pulled Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition, Remastered, Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3. But yeah, this RCE it's called, which basically stands for Remote Code Execution Attack. And basically, the way they describe it on this other website is an attacker writes a malicious script, puts the malicious code, and it has the malicious code, injects it into a web server, and then the malicious script may get executed on the server side and return an error message to the person. So it's just like, somehow the PvP allows that sort of thing in there and just takes out, can obviously cause a lot of damage. So Bandai Namco, in order to try to take care of this, is looking into it and trying to pull everything. It is wild.
Totally. And talk about particularly bad timing for this, because we don't know, how much of Elden Ring's PvP mode could possibly be based on at least elements of the PvP in these games, right? So could this be something that they've got to worry about with Elden Ring, or is it because they just announced it went gold? So hopefully that's something they can course correct for in time for release if they need to. I'm obviously making an assumption here. Maybe it's fine. Maybe there's no underlying similarities whatsoever. I'm not a Soulsborne guy myself, so I can't really say. But with Elden Ring coming, that's particularly problematic timing, it would seem.
Potentially. I doubt it'll be based on the same code. I would hope not, just because it's
probably. I'm sure not the exact same.
Been a while, but
actually,
Elden
our
Ring,
the Destructoid article actually mentioned that.
Linebeck says Elden Ring does use the same system, hence why they're fixing it. So yeah, I guess.
Yikes!
You know what? Good thing they found it now, because
that's true. Good so thing, many better people, now than after Elden Ring comes out.
Because I can't imagine the old Dark Souls servers being too busy right now. But
right,
that is
So better insane. To find out now than after Elden Ring comes out. So either way, it's just a pain for everybody involved, a real pain in the ass. But it seems as though this was caught by the creators of Blue Sentinel, which is a tool for Dark Souls 3 that identifies cheaters and mitigates the effect they have on online play. It seems like they found this before it got too widespread to be able to cause a lot of damage to people.
According to a post on the Blue Sentinel subreddit, it says only about 4 people currently know how to do this exploit, 2 who worked on it and the 2 Blue Sentinel developers.
Okay.
It has not been leaked to our knowledge, but it was showcased by one of the people on streamers in a more harmless capacities. So like, here's the threat, here's what it can do, and now they're just sort of nipping it in the bud.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, this is something that's potentially very severe and dangerous, but it seems to have had its impact mitigated pretty early on.
Nothing major has happened yet. It's been caught.
Right.
So.
Yeah. That's good then.
Yeah. That is very good.
That's scary to think, though. Scary to think. It's like, it's funny. My wife she's currently working to switch careers, and she's been doing a lot of getting a lot of experience in the area of cybersecurity. But she's not as into it as she used to be, because she was like, I really thought I wanted to get into cybersecurity, but honestly, the more I learn, the more scared I get of just using technology. She's like, I'd rather kind of stop learning, because the more I know, the more the more scared I get of what's possible.
I mean, I can only imagine that's what it's like for like high-ranking officials and spies that know like how insane things are behind the scenes, and like see like what it really is, and like, you know, all of us ignorant masses don't have to worry about
exactly, because she's like, you know, in this case, ignorance maybe is bliss. She's like, I'm already a little bit paranoid about technology and exploits and things. I don't want to learn too much more than I did, because it's really scary.
Whew, yeah.
So it's that's kind of one of those things I think I'd rather not.
Yeah, it's just seeing how the sausage is made, and
exactly.
That is not so good.
You know, at least at the end of the day, the impact this could have had has been mitigated, and that seems like it's mostly thanks to the efforts of the folks over at Blue Sentinel. So hats off to you. Definitely,
absolutely. All right. Yeah. Well, before we move on to our second story of the day, we have a $5 super chat from Toonjay. Thank you so much, saying in English it's pronounced arc because the Japanese pronunciation sounds like arse, which is British slang for ass. You know, I never thought about that, but that makes sense.
Thought about that, but yeah, that actually perfectly makes sense. And I feel like something about Arceus just sounds cooler. Like, you know, this is supposed to be like the creator Pokemon, right? That's just arc, you know, the use of the word arc in that name. It just kind of sounds,
it's arc and, you know, Aeus, as in Deus Ex Machina.
Oh, I didn't think about, arc and Aeus. Oh, yeah, of course. I only ever thought about the arc part, not the Deus part. That's cool. Okay.
I mean, that's why Arceus never made sense to me. And once I thought about that.
Yeah. But Arceus is now a lot funnier now that I think about the...
Yeah, Arceus.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But Arceus does seem like it's the more appropriate way to say it for the creator Pokemon.
Yeah. He just made a load of arse.
I love it.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into our next story, which is a little more wholesome, I'd say. So let's bring that up. So, Nagoshi Studios have officially been established. This comes to us via Gamatsu and basically the team themselves over at, they working with NetEase now after leaving Sega. Nagoshi will obviously be serving as CEO. The other 8 founding members were all part of RGG before the leaving. Nagoshi also explains that he chose to leave Sega because he didn't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again, and there are less overall constraints at NetEase. So he'll be closer to a game dev again, and looking forward to that. As for their first title, they are very focused on quality and making it appealing to core fans and the broader gaming audience, which is about as canned of a line as you can get out. It's like, yes, we want it to be good, and we want it to appeal to everybody. Yeah, that sounds like that's what everybody does.
Yeah.
But they're saying it will have a large scale and doing things they couldn't do before. That's their kind of big thing that they're pushing this time.
And it's interesting too. In an interview with Nagoshi, he points out that there are less overall constraints at NetEase than there were at Sega. So it seems as though NetEase are kind of taking a hands-off approach and just being like, "Hey, we know your pedigree speaks to itself. We want you to do what you do best." I'm sure they're not giving them free reign to do whatever they want, but it sounds like they were pretty constrained at Sega in terms of their creative control and making what they want to make versus maybe what Sega wanted them to make. He even says in the same interview he didn't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again, likely talking about Yakuza. So, yeah, I mean, it's great to have creative freedom.
Yeah, although it's kind of amazing how much creative freedom, like, how many studios will let you take a joke idea and turn it into a full-on game? Like with Yakuza 7.
That's true. So that's true. Good point. And how that worked out for them. It's going to be weird. And I think when we kind of mentioned the same thing when this news first broke about Nagoshi leaving, I don't doubt that there are, so many talented people left at Sega who are, able and willing to keep the torch burning bright for Yakuza. We already know Yakuza 8's in development, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit different. Like the series' DNA is going to feel a little bit different without Nagoshi and the other, founding members of RGG Studio there to work on the series. But more important than that is their creative freedom and happiness and fulfillment. So I certainly look forward to see what they make at their new studio. I'm a big fan of, obviously, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and I'm a big fan of Yakuza in general. I just don't have the hundreds of hours to play every game in the series to completion.
There's a lot,
but yeah.
But looking at it, they have looking at their team, they have Daisuke Sato, who was the director and producer of the Yakuza series. Kazuki Hosokawa, an artist who was a designer in series such as Panzer Dragoon and Jet Set Radio. He was also the art director and director of the Yakuza series and producer of Judgment. Koji Tokieda, programmer who worked... everybody here worked on Yakuza. I'll just part it there. But he also did Super Monkey Ball and F-Zero GX. Masao Shirasaki did Super Monkey Ball. Let's see, any other like crazy ones, but it seems like they have a pretty solid team here. Taichi Ushioda apparently previously worked at both Square-Enix and Level 5.
Right. Oh, God, let them make a new F-Zero, please, Nintendo. It'll never happen, but F-Zero GX was so damn good. Under the Amusement Vision banner over at Sega. It was so good, but what are you going to do? Nintendo have no interest in seemingly doing anything with F-Zero. So
that doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Joanne, it's only like 1,000 hours for Yakuza.
Yeah.
What, you got other things to do?
NBD. Yeah, right. But no, this is exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're able to make under NetEase, and it seems as though they're being given more creative freedom, and I think it's always a good thing. You never want to be locked into doing the same thing over and over again for the rest of your career, right?
No. Although I gotta say, Amy and I were introduced to Way of the House Husband yesterday. Have you heard of this anime?
Oh, okay. I have heard of it. Yeah.
It's about a former Yakuza who has a just massive, like basically a John Wick-esque reputation, but now he's just a house husband. He stays home, cooks, cleans, goes to yoga classes, all this, but he's a Yakuza, so he treats everything like a Yakuza. And now I'm just kind of imagining like their new series is an adaptation of that, where you think it's gonna be Yakuza, but it's more like Cooking Mama.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that actually sounds really charming.
I mean, if they did it, this is all just a joke, but
Right. But but I have heard of that anime, and I've actually had it recommended to me by one of my best buds. So
it's on Netflix, so it's easy to watch.
Okay, cool.
But yeah,
Chudu Cobra really likes it in our live audience chat. Way of the House Husband is so good.
Oh, everybody loves
Rob
it. So
says their roommate loves it.
There you go, Nagoshi. I gave you your first game, or Sega, if you want to like step away from Yakuza or have a spin-off. Bring in this character.
Yeah.
Oh God. But yeah, I mean, not a whole lot to say here. We knew about this already, but we have the formal establishment. We have what it actually is. It's interesting they didn't try to go for a different name. They just went like, no, we're behind Nagoshi. This is Nagoshi's show. Here it is.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the simplest, most straightforward answer is the best. And, no reason to overcomplicate things. Nagoshi's legacy is such that, I think leading with his name is kind of probably the way to go. So people don't have to be like, oh, what is, if you go with something completely unrelated, then you kind of have the hurdle to clear of messaging to people who you are and who this studio is made up of and what the legacy is here. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool stuff. Love it. We'll see what happens. In the meantime,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. In the meantime, obviously not a whole lot else to say about it, but we'll go. So we'll move on to the next story.
Sorry, Derek, really quick. Happy birthday to Cool Gabe in our live audience patron chat. Says finally get to catch the show live, and it's my birthday. Well happy freaking birthday, man! Yeah, thanks for spending part of your special day with us here as we talk about video game news. We really appreciate that. We hope you're having a great birthday, man.
Hopefully it's not too chaotic. Or it is chaotic in the right way. Who knows?
Well, chaotic in the right way. I mean, if you're partying, then chaotic party can be a lot of fun. Yeah. But yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah. We also got some more super chats. Another one from Oscar Navarro with $5 saying, "Did you guys hear about the secret chest found in the Kingdom Hearts themed hotel room at Tokyo Disney? Apparently what's inside implies future lore." I did see this news.
I heard about
Did not put it on here because I think it's a little too tenuous, but I did see it. And I'm just sort of like, all right, we'll see what comes of that.
Well, and apparently and apparently you're under NDA for whatever's inside this treasure chest. Whoever stays there, they've got to sign something that basically says they won't reveal what's in the chest until like April 10th or something, or April,
basically
whatever the
when
Kingdom
the
Hearts 20th anniversary. Yeah, and if that's what, I agree it's a bit tenuous. We don't know yet, but that is so exactly the kind of thing Nomura would do, especially given what we know is kind of all the 40 chess he's playing.
The hotel room is canon. The themed hotel room is canon. That is the joke.
Unbelievable. And honestly, if my wife and I agree, if we could travel to Japan right now, if it weren't for the pandemic, we'd go just to stay there and have the experience. We went there for a Rockman concert. We'd certainly go for a Kingdom Hearts hotel, but we can't go clearly because of the state of the world. But I wish we could go. You even get your own Oathkeeper Keyblade, I think, to open your room with. It's so cool. Like, for Kingdom Hearts fans, I want to do it so badly.
Oh, Moon Rhoda says it sells out immediately. That makes sense.
Of course. I mean, it would be really difficult to get in there, especially for foreigners, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But if it were even possible to try, I would be trying.
Asman says you have to keep your cards close to your chest. And I like the pun, but it makes me think more of Chain of Memories. So getting a Chain of Memories, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's time for somebody else to lose their memories.
No. Yeah. Oh, no.
Nominee.
No more card-based battling in Kingdom Hearts, please.
Oh, gosh. Although, hey, it's working out for Yu-Gi-Oh! Apparently, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is selling like being downloaded like hotcakes with that Master Duel.
Right.
What were we going to say?
Brian Camargo 64 asks in our YouTube chat if I'm going to watch the Cuphead show. Absolutely. I think you and I both are, right, Derek? Yeah. Of course.
Heck yeah.
Ooh, Bolt Mouse X says Hotel GVG. That's our next expansion, right? That's where we're going to go.
Oh yeah, just close all the doors
to a hotel chain.
Avoid weird. I don't know. Hotel Mario is so weird.
Oh, seriously, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, we got a super chat from Sonic and Mega Man 531. Once again, $2. Thank you so much. Saying Little Mac from Punch Out versus Rocky Balboa from Rocky. I've never actually seen Rocky, but I feel like Little Mac is more of a underdog than Rocky. And I don't, has Rocky gone up against Mike Tyson?
I've only seen like part of one of the Rocky movies, so I can't really comment with any sort of authority on this. I feel like Rocky. I don't know.
We got Clubber Lang, we got Ivan Drago. We got some other guy. It's not as important.
I mean, can Rocky jump? Because if Rocky can jump, he automatically wins this fight.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Little Mac can't jump for shit. So if Rocky can jump, I think he wins based on that alone. And as Jet Set says in our patron chat, Little Mac could not beat Ivan Drago, which I do recognize that name as one
Rocky
of the villains
4
from the Rocky movies. Rocky 4, yeah. So Jet Set, if you're saying Little Mac couldn't beat him, then Rocky, this has to go to Rocky, I think.
I mean,
Adrian!
Ivan Drago literally kills a man in the ring. I do know that. So,
right. I think Ip Man could beat them both, though. How about that?
Yeah.
I think Donnie Yen's Ip Man could beat them both. I think he takes
that makes
this.
sense.
Yeah.
I forget Ivan Drago's comments when he's fighting Rocky. He's like, his punches are like something, or he compares them. Yeah, I don't know. I forget. Oh, yeah.
You know what, though? We have some good points. Stagnasty says Little Mac can turn into Giga Mac. And Brian Rivero in our YouTube chat says Little Mac can beat a live gorilla. He's beaten Donkey Kong. So
yeah, he's beaten. Oh,
that's
man.
A good point.
Huh.
I still feel like I gotta
feels
go with
like
Rocky, but it's hard. Yeah.
I feel like this is a double knockout. And yeah, he's like a piece of iron. So
yeah, it could be a tie. Yeah.
I don't know. With the piece of iron thing, Little Mac was literally punching off a sewer grate from the tape from King Hippo. So this might be the most even matchup we've been given.
That's true. This is one of the hardest ones to decide so far, for sure.
Yeah.
Not like Shao Kahn versus Sephiroth. That was like, come on, Sephiroth wins that with his eyes closed. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. All right. Well, yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to our next story. And this a sign of how slow the news day kind of is. But a story on what the add-in could have been for Metroid Prime when it originally released. Let's bring it up. So for the longest time, it was rumored that Super Metroid was supposed to be included with Metroid Prime as sort of a bonus. And it was always said that it wasn't done because it was they were using an unofficial emulator to make it happen, and, and Nintendo nixed it. Well,
that's a big no-no.
One of the developers, David Kirsch, in a conversation with Kiwi Talks, confirmed that this was actually true. Nintendo saw that, it was like, nope, can't do it, and it did not work. He also let's see. Apparently, these efforts Nintendo asked for the removal, but he did say the efforts did ultimately lead to the original Metroid being included instead. So that's, something.
Right.
Apparently, a few other tidbits that come from this is that when Miyamoto saw the first prototype of Prime, he immediately spotted something wasn't right with the camera, which was set lower than her actual height. He's got a real eye for detail. Clearly, what they say. And then he also says he was working 100-hour weeks during the production of Prime, and that he would part company with Retro, basically left Retro because of burnout. 100-hour
during
weeks.
Metroid Prime 3's development.
Yeah.
That's I mean, Metroid Prime is one of the best games of all time, in my opinion, and I so respect the efforts of Kirsch and everybody who worked on it, but 100-hour weeks, just no video game is worth anybody going through that. No, it's not worth it. I hate to, obviously burnout is a truth, has long been a truth of our industry, of the game industry, but I just hate to hear that. I hate to hear that this game I've loved and enjoyed so many times over the years was only possible because of that insane work schedule. So no wonder he left due to burnout. I mean, there's just no reason. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you, I might have asked you this before because I feel like this has come up. Have you ever watched the, What Happened on Metroid Prime?
I think I did. I mean, I know in general kind of its development history anyway. I don't know if I've specifically watched Matt McMuscle's video on it, but yeah. Yeah.
Basically, the thing that just blows my mind every time is that the guy behind the Guy game is the one who originally established Retro.
Oh,
and got this whole thing.
I forgot about that.
I will never forget that detail. It is just that insane to me. And cobbled together a good team, but obviously he was a bad leader. And Nintendo came in and saw all this, and Nintendo's like, yeah, they were so done with this guy. I think Nintendo is what got it out of it. And according to R-Man X, Prime 1 was the only time Retro dealt with crunch on that level. Nintendo was more hands-on with the work culture after that.
Which is,
Oh, apparently Nintendo bought Retro just to fire that guy, according to Mr. L. Which he is.
Oh, really?
He is like ultimate shuckster.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, and the fact that something like the Guy game ever even existed is definitely one of the more embarrassing stories of the game industry. Like, what a mess. What a mess.
Yeah. It is.
I'm shocked that game ever actually made it to release, like made it through production and to release. I remember when it came out, I was like, "What is this nonsense? Like, are you kidding me right now?" Uh-huh. But it's funny. We're both old enough to, I remember back when Metroid Prime was first revealed as being in development at a Texas-based Western studio, and me, along with so many other people, thinking this is going to be horrible. There's no way this is going to turn out well. And then, of course, the rest is history, and it turned out to be incredible, obviously with strict oversight from Miyamoto and Nintendo. But the fact that they were able to make such a miracle of a game
for this game. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
It was wild. It would have been cool to have Super Metroid on there. I did try a little bit of original Metroid. It's the first time through Prime was the first time I experienced original Metroid and not like Zero Mission. And that was a that was a experience to see the original Metroid, because I did not get very far because I was like, wow, everything looks the same and it is slow and this is not great.
Yeah, the original Metroid is not aged very well. Zero Mission is definitely the way to play that game. I mean, it's great if you want to go back as a curiosity, but I don't think it's aged mechanically very well. It certainly laid the groundwork for it. It was amazing at the time, and it laid the groundwork for an incredible series. But yeah, I don't feel like it's actually aged that well by modern game design standards.
Not at all. Not at all.
Speaking of older Metroid games, this is kind of interesting that going back to David Kirsch, mentioned that he only actually played Super Metroid after being assigned to Metroid Prime, but loved it so much he completed it twice in 3 days, which totally tracks. It's super freaking Metroid. But yeah, he hadn't even played it until being assigned to Prime, which is wild.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It definitely would have been a nice power move to put Super Metroid on there, but I mean, it's so common nowadays. It's like, yeah, it works. At least they got the original Metroid on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Also, remember how wild it is? Actually, you know what? It might have actually worked a little better, because I always forget this. Metroid Fusion and Metroid Prime came out like either the same day or a day apart, which is...
I think it was the same day.
Insane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the same day. I think I remember buying them together. I think, but same day. Rob says same day.
I did the same, and it was like, man, that was a good day for Metroid, because both those games are freaking amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean, Fusion's still probably my second favorite game in the series. It's close to my favorite, but it's still probably my second favorite. But Prime is also up there. It's so hard. It's hard.
Yeah, it's really hard to rank Metroid games.
And as Panda Otter the Forgotten Land mentions, you got the Fusion suit in Prime if you had the GameCube to GBA link cable.
Yeah,
which was really cool. Kind of a cool bonus. Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Before we move on to our next official story, I have to just interject this really quick, and I know you're going to laugh, Derek, because I mentioned it earlier, but there's a Fall Guys Monopoly set. Holy shit! Woo, 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 woo. I gotta get it. It's already available, and I'm buying it after the show today. I'm so excited. I never thought that would happen. Okay, that's all. It's not important enough to be a big news story, but I love Fall Guys.
You're such a mark.
Oh, it's sold out already. Moon Rhoda said it's sold out. Damn it! I was working and I couldn't do it at the time. They'll restock it. It's okay. I'll get it eventually. I can't believe it's already sold out. That's awesome, though. Okay, well,
doing well, I suppose. You don't even buy anything in Fallout. Wow.
I've never bought any premium. Well, I bought premium content once in Fall Guys. It was my wife's a big Tron Legacy fan, and they did a Tron fan, so they did like a Tron collaboration with costumes. That was the one time I spent money on a Fall Guys costume. But yeah, but Fall Guys Monopoly, I'd be happy to buy.
All right. Well, we got one more super chat, and that's from Dashi93. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It says, speaking of Tokyo Disney, I am saving money for a Tokyo Disney resort trip in 2023 for 4 days there. Heard it's the best Disney parks in the world. Ooh, that sounds fun.
Nice.
I've heard
that does sound fun.
Tokyo Disney Sea is the one to see because
I've heard that too.
Yeah, that's the one everybody seems to just are completely blown away by. And you can compare.
Yeah, I've only been to Universal. There, I haven't been to Disney in Japan. Yeah,
I love how Disney is referenced in Persona 5, and it's like Dream World or something like that, because they have a major theme park and with a castle in Tokyo. Gee, I wonder what that could be.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, we'll see. I hope it works out. I hope you enjoy it. And
yeah,
got to report back and say how good it is.
Yeah, I can't wait till we can. Like, I so badly want us to be able to take like a trip to Japan together someday. That would be so nice to be able to do.
Man, I'd love to get back to Japan. So,
I love it there so much.
Yeah.
Love it there.
Someday. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next story, and it's Nintendo related again. And they weren't too happy they knew they couldn't have an unofficial emulator to feature Super Metroid. There was no way in hell this was getting through. I don't care about.
I wasn't ready for this.
Like any general fan game, it just was not going to happen. And this this had no chance. Let's bring it up. So, Nintendo has essentially scrubbed the internet because of a fan-made Pokemon first-person shooter. And I got a little screenshot of the demonstration where you have a big old rifle shooting Nidoqueen here in the face with blood splurting out. Sorry for the graphic nature. I'll get it off there a bit. But yeah.
Pikachu.
Going with various guns, shooting Pokemon, getting attacked, and you shoot them dead.
This is so
snap.
Twisted, man. This is like, why would anybody make this?
Normally
I really love fan game projects, but this
Pokemon.
is just awful. Yeah. This is horrible. It needs to be scrubbed from existence. Why would you want to go around shooting Pokemon? I don't understand. That's just terrible. No wonder this, Nintendo's scrubbing this from the internet so hard. It probably should be.
Yep. I saw this. I'm like, well, you gotta talk about it. You gotta, because it's so weird. Like, what? Why? Just why?
Why? Like I just want to know, like, what was the, like, did this guy, wake up, like a Dragon Game Dev 2 on Reddit, just wake up and be like, you know what Pokemon needs? Violence and guns. And I don't understand. I really don't.
I do like Skull Kid Tiger. This isn't the Pokemon gun version any of us wanted. Because the sword shield gun.
Right. And also the Azran makes a good point, but I love shooting Pokemon. It's the whole point of Snap and New Snap. That kind of shooting's fine. We'll shoot photography.
It's not quite as bloody.
But this is just, yeah, exactly. And just this GIF just keeps playing over and over again on the Kotaku article. I just can't get over how messed up it is, especially when they shoot Pikachu. What? Why?
If this person had more time before they revealed this, they could have made it so much worse. If they, because all right now it's just blood spatters.
Right. It's not like
they could go Doom levels, and yeah, exactly. They could really grotesque with this. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. Appreciate might be a hard way to say it.
Okay, not appreciate, but grateful for the fact they didn't get that far.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is, I know there's definitely some complaints when Nintendo just completely goes scorched earth on certain fan projects, and I get that. But this is one that I don't feel sad about at all.
No.
Nuke it. It's fine.
This one doesn't feel like you need to preserve it. It's darkly funny, but
yeah,
that's about it.
Cheeto Cobra says rip and Pika until it is done. That's pretty good.
Oh no.
That's good.
Oh no.
Oh man.
I do wish they were more of like a Pokemon. Like, if you're going to have this type of game, make those Pokemon as dangerous as possible. Send out Thunderbolts and stuff that you have to dodge.
Yeah, that only seems fair, right? Yeah. That only seems fair.
Like, School of Rock and Roll, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this, Cox gun. Don't wander the tall grass.
Oh. This is just, yeah.
Oh no, take an RPG to the next level.
Oh no, we don't need to use RPGs. Rocket launchers against Pokemon? Come on, this is getting too twisted, man.
Oh, that's so wrong.
I guess there's not too much more to say about it.
Not really. That's why I'm going to go ahead and read TV Skyen's 50 Danish Krone super chat. Thank you so much. Saying the Pokemon FPS kind of has that very old school Newgrounds vibe, honestly. Those shock value, ultra violent flash games are Happy Tree Friends. Yes, it is very much like that.
Wasn't there a Newgrounds game? Maybe it wasn't Newgrounds, but I think it was. It was like a bunch of religious figure, like God, like Jesus and Allah, and it's just basically gods fighting each other, religious figures fighting each other.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember what it was called, but
I forget.
Yeah, I can't remember, but it was
I know that's just Battle. Is it just Battle of Gods?
Battle of Gods, says Rob. Okay, maybe Battle of Gods, but I just remember it was obviously designed to be as offensive as possible to as many people of as many faiths as possible. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Oh, Fight of Gods.
Fight of Gods.
There we go.
Fight of Gods, says RecBCQ. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Newgrounds was an interesting place in the Internet 1.0 days.
Yeah, sure.
Jet said they added Santa DLC. That's so...
Ah, yes.
Because of course they did. Of course they did.
He's killing Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
well, I certainly won't miss this.
Nope.
Pokemon FPS thing.
As a quick aside, Squire saying, finished the Castlevania GBA trilogy, enjoyed myself. Is it a hot take that Harmony of Dissonance was my highlight over Aria of Sorrow? A little bit of a hot take.
Wow.
That's definitely uncommon.
That's a pretty spicy take.
But I also enjoy Harmony of Dissonance more than most, but I would not put it over Aria of Sorrow.
I just thought Harmony of Dissonance, like, it's a perfectly fine game, but it felt like such a step down to me in terms of presentation. That soundtrack was awful. And for a Castlevania game, that's like, come on, you can't. At least by Castlevania standards, it was awful. It wasn't like Sonic Chronicles awful.
Oh, no, it's not a bad game. Like I said, I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I feel like it controls better than Circle of the Moon.
But I find Soma to be such a compelling protagonist compared to...
Juiced is the most forgettable Belmont.
So forgettable. And even Nathan in Circle of the Moon, like, I find him to be at least a little bit more interesting than Juiced, but or Just or Juiced, however you say it. But Soma he's probably my favorite Castlevania pro tag, if I'm being honest. He's super cool. I love his design.
Yeah. All right. Well, real quick, we got some more super chats. First up, Fa54 with 5 Peruvian Soul, excuse me. Why would I want to shoot Pokemon when I can just play Metroid Prime over and over again? The best FPS game under Nintendo's name. Well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
First person adventure. They made sure to clarify that a lot.
First person adventure, right.
Yeah.
Right.
RecBCQ with a $5 super chat saying, just got back from filming an audition. I got nominated for an acting scholarship. What'd I miss? That is awesome.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, congrats. Nothing too crazy. News is pretty light, all things considered, but we just finished talking about
kind of a slow news day.
Fan Pokemon FPS. But you know what? We're here for the big stuff. This is...
Oh, man, here we go.
This is the one. I'm so happy.
Chaos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring it on and bring up the story.
Here we go.
So, Square-Enix has released the final trailer for Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy. Oh my.
The weirdest game we never asked for. In some way, I'm
starring Frank Sinatra.
Yep. Frank Sinatra song. What the vibe of this game and just the whole direction they're going with it is just... It's so aggressively dumb, but I'm here for it for that reason.
I'm sorry.
I didn't like the gameplay at all
this
when I played
trailer
the demo,
sold me so hard because so I feel like it knows how dumb it is at this point. It has to.
I can't believe this trailer. When I watched it earlier, I'm like, what am I looking at here?
I know. It is. But the thing is, there are portions of this game that are done so right.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Some of the monster designs are really cool. We were talking about Lich earlier.
Yeah.
And Tiamat, I don't know. Tiamat has...
Tiamat with the chest thing is a little weird. Otherwise, it looks great, but come on. Garland looks great. Freaking... Lich looks amazing. Like, the representation of the four fiends is wonderful. The picture I have is our third screen. That's really cool. That's such a cool callback. I'm sorry.
I agree. Like that part of the trailer for me when I saw that, I was like, okay, that is unironically awesome. That like modern version of the Final Fantasy intro screen. That's really cool. Perfect way to end it. But man, there's just so much aggressively stupid shit surrounding that.
He's punching the heck out of this poor Tonberry and just manhandling these other monsters. But the monster designs are really cool.
They are. I agree. I'm still not the biggest fan of the designs of the main characters, like the human characters. I just find them to be a little bit forgettable, I guess. Like Jack and
the other Warriors of Light. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But one thing I did notice though is normally I'm pretty happy with Square-Enix English voice acting, casts. But I noticed in this trailer, I'm like, this dub seems like it's, I don't know. I feel like I might need to play this game subbed. It feels like the dub so far from what I've heard is kind of not great and not in the funny way. It's just kind of like average, it feels. But I need to hear more. I can't judge it based on a trailer, of course. But it sounds a bit generic so far.
I didn't mind it too much, but it's also like, we're getting snippets. Like, I need to see this game in context to see what we're in for. Because I still like it's from what I can tell, it's a retelling of the original Final Fantasy with just a harder edge, but there's also just a whole other layer of insanity. But the thing is, like, there's all this like modern stuff or like future tech stuff, but that's also in Final Fantasy 1. So it's like, it's not out of place.
Yeah. Exactly. It's kind of as Mr. Elpa puts it, it's like an FF1 remake by someone who found FF1 so uncool. Yeah, it does kind of feel like that. And like I said, this is like the kind of game that I'd probably knock down to the easiest difficulty and just sail through it with as little, effort as possible. Because I really didn't like what I played of the demo gameplay wise. It just didn't land with me. But I have to experience the vibe of this game for myself just to see if it's like, if it really does take itself as seriously as it seems to, or if it's just a big like ironic joke. But I have to know. I want to review this game so badly. Like, nice. I'll be honest. I might be slightly more excited for this than Chocobo GP, because I know what I'm getting with Chocobo GP. I know what I'm getting with Chocobo GP. I have never felt this for a game before, where it's just like, I gotta see. Dude, that's like a Ryunosuke taking damage moment for me. Like, what? Like that, I can't. That hurts me. I can see what you mean.
I mean, I know Chocobo. I'm gonna be getting both. Both, right? But I gotta.
Yeah.
By the way, who's this guy with the horn and whatnot? The Jack eventually fist bumps. Like, what is going on?
I know, right? And as Avalanche MK2 mentions in our YouTube chat, this game really does have immense Shadow the Hedgehog energy, and I agree, and that's kind of why I want to play it. Shadow the Hedgehog, not a good game at all, but it was hilarious, and I'm so glad I experienced it, because who can ever forget? Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
I mean, maybe things are just weird for me because I got back into Dark. Oh, he's Astos Watcher. Oh my God, the Dark Elf Astos. That's wild.
Oh, that's Astos. Okay.
I got back. I was lapsed Sonic fan for a long time because after the Genesis, I couldn't get any other games. Didn't have a Dreamcast or anything like that. So when I came back to Sonic, the first two Sonic games I played were Secret Rings and Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh wow, those are the first two.
And I kept playing Sonic after that. So maybe my taste, like maybe it takes bad, funny games in order to get back into a series for me. Not that I'm lapsed Final Fantasy fan, obviously, but
right.
I don't know. I'm excited for this, but again, I haven't played it. I have missed out on all the demos. I could get into it, see the stupidity, and be like, "Oh no, I've made a terrible mistake," which is quite likely.
Yeah, I really, really bounced off the gameplay. I'm sad to say. You might not. You may. Your mileage may vary with it, but this is the kind of game that I want to sail through with as little effort as possible, just to experience the story and the grit and the edginess without actually having to play the game too much.
Does Neo have level difficulty selection? Because this is, of course, based off Neo, so you might not have a difficulty selector in this game, Ash.
I think I remember the demo had something. I could be wrong, but I thought I remember reading or finding out somewhere that there is going to be like difficulty options, if there are going to be difficulty options. Could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I hope there will be.
Okay.
Because I didn't like what I played.
Experience the story according to Steve. So
That's what I thought.
Well, actually, he says experience the story in quotes, so I think he's just making fun of the fact that you want to see the story.
Yeah, I mean, because I just want to experience the stupidity of it. Like, I don't expect it to actually be a good story, but just like it's like that Shadow the Hedgehog appeal. Not actually a good story at all, but God, was it just dumb fun, right?
Yeah. Steve says this game's going to land like a fart in an elevator. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I'm curious. That's all it is. I'm curious.
Okay, I can confirm looking it up that there are difficulty settings.
Okay.
In Stranger of Paradise.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Although, then again, so did Bravely Default 2, and those difficulty settings didn't really end up meaning jack shit in the grand scheme of things because of how they are designed. So we'll see how it actually goes.
Rob Armanek says this is being made by the Dissidia NT team, which I will say is not a bad game, but it's too complex for its own good. Like if
strayed too far from what I really liked about the original Dissidia games.
Exactly.
Like a Final Fantasy fighting game should be.
Hold on, Steve,
a knockout.
You're interrupting here. Hello.
Steve's here.
Are you talking positively about Stranger of Paradise? I stopped making dinner to come in here and set the record straight.
I'm not, though.
When I got here, you guys
I am not being positive about this. I will put that right here, right now.
No, yeah.
I do not think this is going to be a good game. I just want to experience it.
Yeah, the dumbness of like how stupid. Like, remember, I love So Bad It's Good shit. The Room is unironically one of my favorite movies of all time. That's how I'm approaching this. So bad, it's good. You just have to embrace the stupidity and lose yourself in it. That's all. I don't think this is actually going to be good.
This game is like
not even close.
Darrowly bad.
I want to be shocked. I want to play that game and be like, holy crap, it is stupid, but it is so much fun. I want that.
Right.
I don't think I'm going to get that.
It's going to be fun. Yeah, you're definitely not.
I don't think it's going to be fun. I don't think it's going to be fun. Based on the demo, I didn't like the gameplay at all.
Did you play the demo?
I missed out on the demo each time. It just didn't work out for me.
Was the second one a timed demo too? Like
it was.
I think it was.
I didn't even bother.
I played the second demo, but not the first. Yeah, it sucked. It sucked.
Oh my god. Yeah, the game is like irredeemably bad. It is like the only way they could make it worse is if they taglined the trailers with like from the publisher that brought you Balan Wonderworld. Like that's the only thing that could really get you ready for how bad this game is.
Steve, I got a task for you. You get me that review code. Give me that review code if you can. If any kind of Square-Enix because they can't have that many people asking for this game. Get me this review code.
I will do my worst because I did try to get us Balan Wonderworld, or is it Wonderland?
Wonderworld.
Everyone says it is Wonderworld.
Wonderworld, yeah, Wonderworld.
Balan
that
Wonderworld,
was the.
And Square-Enix initially was like, "All right," and then I think they maybe watched TNT and they were like, "No way."
Yeah,
I will say no. I will say that right now, Square. I want to play this.
Nice.
I am going in with an open mind, much more than these other fools.
I want to. I want to see just how dumb the story get. I want to know if it takes itself seriously. That's what I need to know.
I am going into this with an open mind, and I am like this could be like just the pure irony machine. Just like if you want to have a stupid good time, check out Stranger of Paradise.
Eric is
have you seen the new trailer?
Mind and leave with loosened bowels. Like there's no way he's gonna have a good time playing this.
Have you seen the new trailer, Steve, that we're talking about?
I haven't. No.
Oh my god,
it's wild, man. Especially the choice of music.
Partway through, they start playing "My Way" from Frank Sinatra.
Oh god,
hearing it out loud just is so stupid.
Hold on, I'm just gonna Google it real quick. I'll do a DMCA friendly reaction to this. Stranger of Paradise.
It's a 4-minute trailer though, so
final trailer. Here we go. IGN 1 hour ago.
There you go.
Yeah, it just came out.
Let's. It's 5 minutes.
Yeah,
it is. It's quite long. It's quite lengthy.
It starts out like giving a bunch of quotes and stuff, and apparently there's I'm forgetting the princess's name, but is it Sarah?
There's a lot of blood.
Yeah, Sarah, Princess Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like apparently Jack's in love with her or something like that, which,
Well, we made it 20 seconds before I heard chaos. So,
well, yeah. Well, as you're watching that, let's see here. RecBCQ with $5 saying if it sucks, it will be the final iteration of this fantasy. That's true.
That is
do this
sure.
again.
Yeah.
But oh man, if it does well, it's actually good getting interpretations of this for like Final Fantasy 2 and 3. Oh my god.
No.
You know what? Final Fantasy 2 is already kind of edgy with how many people die in that game.
True.
Might actually be a better fit.
FF3 though, I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Sonic and Mega Man with $2, saying Dr. Eggman from Sonic versus Dr. Wily from Mega Man.
That's tough. I feel like Dr. Eggman has shown more consistently that he's willing to go farther than Dr. Wily.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, Dr. Wily's more bumbling, but he also created Zero. And, basically
Zero
fucked up
is
the future for everybody.
More success. Like Zero alone is what kind of puts him over the edge. Everything else, though, I put Eggman.
Everything else, Eggman.
Zero and that virus.
Yeah,
that's the only reason Wily comes out on the end.
Yeah. So you think Wily overall?
Wily overall, just
or
because
Eggman.
of Zero. Although, as Jet Set says,
Zero.
Metal Sonic versus Zero would be a sick battle.
Oh, that would be. I feel like Zero wins that pretty handily, though. It's hard, but I think Eggman is the bigger threat overall.
Yeah.
But Wily has that one high point where he's like, "No, I really, really went for it, and really messed things up for everybody."
Canine Biscuits with $5 saying thoughts on Bob's Burgers after watching the trailer for the movie again. The show has been on my mind. It's extremely good vibes. I've not watched a lot of Bob's Burgers, but anytime I've watched it, I've really enjoyed it.
I'm not a fan. My sister-in-law is a huge Bob's Burgers fan, and she really wanted to watch a few episodes with me and my wife. My wife liked it fine. I was just like, not my thing, I guess.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Skull Kid Tiger with $5 saying better Sonic Forces or Shadow Game? Trick question. They both rule. If I could, I would make an hour video on both to explain my case. Honestly, I understand Sonic Forces less than Shadow. Shadow, I can understand enjoying on it ironically.
I certainly don't think either of them rule. I think Shadow probably has the better level design by like a hair, but I think Forces has the better music and just the better music, I guess.
Hey guys, I will be right back. I'm going to have a guest star coming in because we already had Steve come in, but unfortunately, Amy is not feeling too well at all, so I need to go get Kai.
Oh no!
So
I'll be
dying. Right back.
So have you gotten to the Frank Sinatra part now, Steve?
Yeah, it just started.
It's so good,
like,
right?
Why?
Stupid. Yeah, it is so aggressively stupid, and that's what I mean when I say I want to experience that stupidity. Like, I don't think it's going to be good at all. But
I thought this level of video game marketing cringe died like 15 years ago.
I know, right? It's Square Enix's Shadow the Hedgehog moment. It is their it's so edgy, so good or so bad it's good moment here.
The best part is the clips they're showing that go with this song don't even make sense. Like he's walking through a field looking at a smartphone, for fuck's sake. Like what is this?
Now we have the crawl in YouTube chat with the counterpoint saying, I don't know. I think Steve is being a bit hyperbolic. I love the demo. But I'm a Souls/Neo fan, and that is something I want to point out. I think maybe if you're a Souls/Neo fan of that style of gameplay, there might be something a little bit more for you here. I personally am not, and that's one of the reasons I think I bounced off the gameplay so hard. But the story is what, the thing is the whole vibe of it.
Right, like the thing for me isn't like I talked about this when I played the demo. I think the game is an extremely mediocre Souls-like. Like I feel like it does the bare minimum to capture the essence of those types of games. But it feels like they wanted to mix a little bit of like Devil May Cry DNA into it, like make it a little bit more actiony, make it a little bit more flashy. But then like the characters are just so wildly like out of place. Like your main character just looks like a random asshole you'd find at a mall. Like he is
totally
ridiculous. And the worst part is they designed him so that in whatever outfit they show him in, he looks terrible. Like, he looks so bad every time they show him. And, I mean, that trailer that just ends with bullshit. Like, that doesn't like, in the context of the scene they're showing, that doesn't even make sense.
He looks like the kind of guy who would make anime fans cry on prom night. He is that guy who he has that nondescript. He's just so uninteresting. And
I have to ask chat real quick if there's an echo, because I had to take out the headphones in order to not have Kai try to rip them out of my ears. So
you sound good.
Okay, I'm just making sure there's no like reverberation since I got anything like that. So
no, you're good.
Yeah, unfortunately, Amy had a headache earlier, turned into a migraine because as they were installing the new AC system that we had to get, whatever the way they set it up, forced the fire alarms to go off for a while, which turned her headache into a migraine, and now she's just wiped, and he's not going to bed as easily as he should. So that's
as he should. This baby isn't functioning according to its manual.
I mean, we have him on a system that's been doing rather well, but yeah.
Brian Camargo 64 says we need to get Ash to play Shadow the Hedgehog. I've played it. I don't need to play it again. I 100%ed that game. I did my time.
Why?
I did that too.
I'm good. Yeah. Well, I didn't 100% it. I played every story, like all the to get the true ending. I didn't like get everything in it. But yeah, I did my time with that game. I'm good. I'm not playing. Same thing with Sonic Forces. I'm not playing that again.
Yeah.
Nice.
By the way, RecBCQ, Steve, before you leave, RecBCQ with a $2 super chat says, just so Steve knows, I had buffalo wings for dinner. Hell yeah.
Excellent. Well done. Yeah. I appreciate you flying my banner even in my absence, even though I had to break the fourth wall just because I heard you all talking about this game, and holy hell, it sounds so bad. But I will try to get that review copy because I legitimately want to see that review.
Yeah,
but me too, man.
Come on, I good or bad, that's going to be That's going to be a fun review to make.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I agree with that. I will play this game for the sheer horror of it, but I think when I play this game, I will just do the entire thing on stream. So I'll probably stream it on our Twitch just because I have a feeling it's going to be a roller coaster of emotion playing through this. But either way, guys, I have to run and I still have a pot on the stove, but I just had to step in and have part of this conversation. Thanks for letting me crash your show. I will see you all,
man.
Either on Wednesday or Friday, depending on when I land. But we'll talk more about that later. All right, everybody. Have a good night. I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Later, dude.
All right.
That
got a lot more heated than I ever thought.
I know. I was like, no, Steve, I'm not saying it actually looks good. I'm just saying I love so bad they're good things. And I do. I've been very consistent about that. I love Spider-Man 3. I love The Room. They're shit, but I love them because they're shit. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Very consistent about that.
For me, it's just like it's just decision after decision that I can't understand, and I don't think there's been a game like this in a long time where it's just like, from a major publisher at least, where it's just like, what is happening? What are these choices?
Yeah. Hey, it's Dingo mentioned in our patron chat that their super chat is relevant to this news story, saying Derek with $5, thank you so much, saying Derek, the only GVG member who never played the demo, is the only one with hope in his eyes.
It's not dead yet.
I can't overstate how much I did not like the gameplay of the demo. I was actively just turned off and bored by it.
Oh wow. Well, yeah. I heard people didn't actually had issues with the Tales of Arise demo as well. So
I didn't love what I played of that either.
And a lot of people didn't really enjoy Scarlet Nexus demos. So sometimes demos don't give you a good slice.
That's true. Very good point. Yeah, people love Scarlet Nexus. Steve loves Scarlet Nexus, and I played the demo and kind of bounced off that too. So you make a good point.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
we'll find out. I honestly don't know.
Same. I don't know.
It is wild.
Yep, it sure is.
What is this coming up that Irish Jackamon just shared?
It's just about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe maintenance.
Oh, okay.
We'll undergo expected and standard maintenance. Don't do this to yourselves, everybody.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
nothing.
As soon as I saw Mario Kart 8, I was like, they're not doing anything with Mario Kart 8. They'll be crazy.
Yeah, I love the idea, Irish Jacomon, and I appreciate you sharing it, but I don't think this means anything other than routine maintenance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, with all that said, I think, especially because I have a little one in my lap now, probably shouldn't have the episode go for too long. So forgive me while I get everything all set here. But yeah, thank you all for joining this spirited discussion of Stranger of Paradise. It's been wild. It's been fun. We got a cameo from Steve, so that's did not expect that. That was cool.
Steve. I just realized it's getting a little dark over here. I need to turn my light on.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on, I got things going. There we go. Okay. But yes, thank you all so much for watching. This was a fun one. And of course, just a major thank you to all of our patrons, big and small. Really couldn't be done without Jared. You. What's that?
Really quick, there was one more super chat I think you may have missed.
Oh, I probably did. I'm sorry. I just assumed we got through.
Yeah, no worries. Let me read that out if I can find it.
Shan John Nugent with a $4.99 says, "This is a throwback to the dark days of the PS3 era when we got edgy Western-style reboots of Bionic Commando and the Inafune era."
100%.
Yeah,
agree with you.
It is kind of like that.
Yeah. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you. But yes, thank you so much to our patrons, big and small. Really does just mean so much. But of course, an extra special thank you to everyone at the producer tier, as this show just simply would not be possible without all of you. And
hell yeah,
you make this fun. This is always fun. Have these type of discussions and have us get passionate about things. That doesn't always happen during these news shows, especially for dumb things like this. Usually it's like, things gone wrong in the industry, like we get this passionate. But for something game-like, yeah, this works. But anyway, an extra special thank you to our executive producers, which include and above. Sorry, I'm distracted. Brandon Bovia, Rob Arman X, Fangs, Dan Inchwhistle, Z Patty, Hyrule Hermit, Sky Blue Flames, Eastman 23, Adam O'Sullivan, Octo Puppet, Richard Herrera, Michael Phone, The D-Pad, Vesmio, Waffle King, Bert J373, Critter XD, Kitty Kong Fax, Angel Martinez, Bedron Hotek, Joshua Hunter, Benny Yao, Sapphire, Azran127, Black King, Pagrama, Geller, Joseph Rutkin, Titus Malvolio, Geeky Griffin, Lucky Wonderfish, Kyle, Top Dog 23100, Young Ben Kenobi, Doug Shomix, Andrew Medeiros, Becca, Rocks the Cat, Killamox, Eddie B, Kai Ed, Kit Fisto, Kenneth Lee Stingle, Jessica Toad, Deaneth, Sci-Fi Lullabies, Michael McCall, Matthew Wong, Goron Amber, Straight Lace, Justin Matthews, Hoobie, Too Much Spaghetti, Mega Conrad, Ascaron 809, Rioner, Captain Finlandia, 60 Minutes and 60 Seconds, Nathan Steele, Spicy Pandotter, The Game Orb, Dano the Artist, Super Gamer Dude 101, Grantles, Ravelox, Synchro Lord, Rosa Bowling, Hi Steve's Mom, Kane Woolley, Skull Kid Tiger, Darksteel 01, Jason Uloa, Jaden Buck, Phantom Project, Cystic Warrior 29, DJ Jurassic, Dinner Sonic, Derek, Jeff Ed, Blaystar 25, Stag Nasty, Mumbling Yeti, Cameron Sharp, Screamo Shaman, Mason Riley, Keel, Santy the Person, Brendan Hess, Hustlebun, Noah Fitterer, Calvin Atkinson, Hanaru77, Broke Obscura, and Anthony Wilson Jr. Thank you all so much for the support and love and all of that. Thank you so much. That is really appreciated. And remember that you too can become a patron over at patreon.com/GV Gaming, where you can get access to our exclusive post show and ad-free content for as little as $5 a month. Thank you all so much for watching. And no, all that money goes to this little guy here. Oh, don't you love it?
Look at that cute kid.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to Good Vibes Gaming for more good times like these. Until next time, good night and good vibes.
Bye, everybody.